Yo, 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 what's good? It's RFG back at it today, and I'm here to decode the movie Men in Black that came out in 1997, okay, 20 years ago. And, I want people to understand that I will not be able to decode this movie scene by scene because if I do that, YouTube is definitely going to strike me and take this video down. So I might be making a second Men in Black decoded video where I actually go scene by scene and point out the particular scenes and decode it that way. But I would only do that to the people, for the people who are in the private group, that I'm a part of. Okay? So without further ado, I'm going to touch on the most important scenes or, the most important meanings behind this Men in Black trilogy that started in 1997. Okay? I want everyone to understand that the elites, they feel it's part of their karmic duty to put the truth in the movies, okay? Because they know only a select few of people are going to catch on to the hidden messages behind the movies that they put out. So they feel it's their karmic debt to give us what they're doing, to give us, the truth behind what they're doing and to put it in the movies. Okay? So, without further ado, one of the first scenes in this movie, okay, it shows a member of the Men in Black, a secret branch of the government. Okay, they go out on special operations missions for the government. Okay, and it's basically to keep the masses misinformed. Okay, and they're serving an agenda. They're serving an agenda of the elite, and the elite are controlled by these extraterrestrial insects, okay, known as insectillions. This scene in particular right here is where, Will Smith was being initiated into the Men in Black branch of the government, and he walked into this room and saw these insectillions, behaving like humans. Here's one drinking water, another one's smoking a cigarette, another one is getting coffee, okay? And this is symbolic because this is how the insects want us humans to behave in their society, okay? They want us to be addicts. They want us to destroy our temple, which is our body. They want us to pollute our body with bullshit chemicals, fake refined sugar, and, cancer-causing chemicals that come from the cigarette smoke. Okay? That's the kind of consciousness and that's the kind of vibration that the insectillions want us to be on. Okay? So that is what that scene, that's what this scene is showing in Men in Black right here. Another thing or another fact that this Men in Black movie showed us was that society was and is under the control of interterrestrial insects. Interterrestrial insectillions, okay? When I say interterrestrial, I mean they live inside of Earth, okay? They live inside of Earth. Okay, this is going back to Hollow Earth. This is where these extraterrestrial insects reside. Okay, they are interterrestrials because they live in inner Earth. Okay, our government spends $52.6 billion on the black budget. Our government spends $52.6 billion on the black budget every year. Every year, okay? So I want everyone to go research a book that was written by Nick Redfern, and it's called The Real Men in Black, okay? If you have the opportunity, go ahead and buy it. and please read it very carefully. Okay, it's by Nick Redfern. It's called The Real Men in Black. This individual here is basically testifying, what he knows is true about this organization. Okay, this individual is very close to this organization because this individual was working in underground facilities himself. And I'm surprised that his life hasn't been taken yet. It is in danger, just like Phil Schneider's was. Okay, Phil Schneider was murdered for the information that he gave out pertaining to the underground military bases. This guy right here is telling us what the job is of the Men in Black. Okay, the Men in Black are sent on special operations missions to silence certain individuals who step against the global elite, okay, and to also divert the attention of the masses, okay, of people, okay, divert their attention away from what's important and get their attention on something that is meaningless and just a distraction. That is the job of the Men in Black. They also murder people, and they make it look like it was a natural cause. Okay, they have the technology to murder people and to make it look like it happened by natural cause. Okay, not a game, people, not a game, not a joke. The Men in Black movie series was basically about the insectillions that are controlling the 13 richest families on this planet and controlling the Vatican. Okay? If you think it's bogus, if you think it's hocus pocus, I'm about to blow your guys' mind. I want you to look up a parasitical worm. I want you to look up a parasitical worm known as the Candida. Known as the Candida worm. The Candida worm, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? This worm, when consumed through the food that you eat, okay, becomes part of your bloodstream and it goes directly to your brain. This Candida worm goes directly to your brain, okay? And starts controlling your brain function until it starts consuming you, okay? Complete parasite. It basically controls the bodily functions of the people that are under its control. Okay, if you are this parasite's host, this worm is going to control your bodily functions for a very long time. Okay, anywhere from 2 to 4 months before it starts to consume you. And what were they showing in this Men in Black movie series? They were showing these people, okay, these particular characters who were under the insectillions' control. And that is what this Candida worm is in real life, ladies and gentlemen. It is a life force that is a parasite. Another thing is, there is a known parasite that comes directly from our asteroid belt. Okay, so this is the first publicly known extraterrestrial parasite, and it is known as Morgellons disease. I want everybody watching this video to look up Morgellons disease. Ladies and gentlemen, Morgellons disease comes from extraterrestrial insects that get attached to people's hair and basically dig into their brain and control their bodily function. Now, the government is lying. The government is currently lying and saying that this Morgellons disease is artificial. It's something artificial. People, it's not artificial. These worms are extraterrestrials that come from our asteroid belt, ladies and gentlemen, and they're doing the same thing that the extraterrestrials are doing in inner Earth. Okay? the Morgellons are coming down from the sky in certain locations on the earth, and they are harvesting human bodies. Okay, the Morgellon worms are harvesting human bodies. Plain and simple. Here it is. Okay, on a microscopic level, this is what it looks like. Okay, there are people that are walking this planet right now as we speak that are under the control of Morgellons disease. Okay, that basically means they have parasitical worms that are controlling the functions of their everyday activities. Okay, so like I said, you can read this article if you want. You can read it yourself. Very, very long article. This is what the Morgellons worms look like. Okay, when they get into your skin. There was a case in the northern United States where there was an asteroid shower, a meteor shower, and an individual who feels that he got too close ended up catching this Morgellons disease. Okay, that's what this is about. Yep, and it already says it's from outer space. So these people already know. Okay, the government already knows that these extraterrestrial parasites exist. Okay, they're gonna try their hardest to keep the information on the wraps. Like I said, if you look up this article, it is very, very, very long and very detailed. This is the definition of the article. If everyone wants to look it up, okay, go look it up yourself and read this yourself. This is just tying into how the Men in Black movie series was 100% correct when they made the assessment that humanity, certain deities that are controlling humanity are under this parasitical insect control. Okay, like I said, go look up the Candida worm. Go look up the Candida worm in Central and South America and look up Morgellons disease. Okay, those two creatures basically, tell us that the Men in Black movie doctrine is 100% correct. Okay, our government is under extraterrestrial insect control. And if you think it's far-fetched, I want you to think about this very carefully, okay? This goes back into critical thinking, ladies and gentlemen. We are under the control of a government that goes around the planet and chops down rainforest trees, okay? It plays its part in destroying the planet that we live on by chopping down the rainforest and the jungle trees that produce our Earth's oxygen. Okay, our government goes around and chops these trees down by the thousands of acres. Okay, without any second thought, without any repercussions. They also take part in CO2 emissions in our atmosphere. Okay, that basically tarnish the fresh oxygen levels on this planet. Okay, so our ozone and our atmosphere is being polluted on a daily basis. The whole planet, okay? The whole entire planet is being polluted. Okay, so they're chopping down rainforest trees and they're putting these CO2 emissions in the atmosphere, okay, to change the climate on this planet, okay? And they're doing this because, ladies and gentlemen, they're not from this planet, okay? They're also intentionally putting nuclear waste like the Fukushima fallout, okay? They say it was an accident. No, it's not a Fukushima accident. It was done on purpose, okay, by the elite to pollute the Pacific Ocean with nuclear waste. Ladies and gentlemen, this is done on purpose to pollute this planet. Okay, they're basically gonna make this planet uninhabitable to where only the people who can afford to live how a human is supposed to live will do that. Okay, because most of humanity is gonna be taken out of here. Okay, this is the insectillions' goal. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. You see, because the insectillions are going to destroy most of the humans, most of the human life forms on this planet. Okay, so they're gonna do that by destroying pieces of nature on this planet, the oceans, okay, the rainforests, the atmosphere. Okay, all of it is gonna be polluted. They're gonna charge people for fresh air. Ladies and gentlemen, they remember where you heard it first. They are going to charge people on this planet for fresh air. Think about it. We're already getting charged for fresh water. We're being charged for water to run through our homes. We're being charged for electricity. We're being charged for radio waves. We're being charged for internet airwaves. Internet airwaves. We're already being charged for it. So what's next is we're gonna be charged for fresh air. Okay? After World War III kicks off, certain people that live in certain communities and certain cities are going to be charged heavily to live in utopia, quote unquote utopia type societies. Okay, where you have fresh water, fresh air, your own land. Okay, that is only going to happen if you accept the biomicrochip, and you'll live in your quote unquote utopia type society. But that will only happen after you claimed your allegiance to the New World Order. Okay, that's what these insectillions are planning. That's what these insectillions are planning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And another thing, you know, why the government is planning World War III, it's for population reduction. It's for population reduction. Okay? The Freemasons, who are under the insectillion control, already put this in their goddamn Georgia Guidestones. Maintain humanity under 500 million. That means that 6.5 billion have to go. Okay? And if you think it's a joke, they already started the process. Okay? I've been breaking this down video by video. Video by video. They put poison in the food and the water, in the alcohol, and the pharmaceutical drugs, okay, and the chemtrails, and the tap water, and the ocean water, okay. Their goals are being put in motion as we speak, okay. So World War III, what that's gonna do is that they want to kill at least 2 billion, 2 to 2.5 billion from World War III. Then they're gonna take out the other 2.5 billion through a man-made virus, through a new man-made virus, which is going to be the whole flesh-eating virus. Okay, they've been testing the flesh-eating virus for a very, very long time, and they got the strain that they wanted. You see, they got the flesh-eating virus strain that they wanted in the year 2012. Okay, if you do your research, in 2012, in July, in South Florida, there was a incident where police officers tried to arrest the individual on a Miami highway, and the individual was caught eating another man in broad daylight. And when the police put their firearms to the man's face, you know, he basically growled at the police officer and charged one of the police officers, and that's when they shot the man to death. Okay, that man was basically a guinea pig for the global elite's new virus. Okay, that incident in Miami in 2012 was just a guinea pig, okay, for the global elite's new virus. Okay, they're going to cause a flesh-eating virus that's going to be spread across the world, and they're going to cause World War III. So those two things, according to their plans, should, take a good 5 billion, a little bit over 5 billion people off of this planet, which would leave about 2 billion, okay? So I'm thinking the other 1.5 billion would probably die of starvation, okay? They'd probably die of some kind of, inner warfare over land and resources, or they would die of starvation, okay? Because the insectilian government that controls, or the government that we do see, they want to keep the humans at a 500 million global population, okay? Because they know if the humans on the surface of the earth realize that they're being controlled and manipulated by insects on inner earth, that, the interterrestrials, they're not going to have any power anymore, okay? Because knowledge is power. They know if the humans have this knowledge that the insectilians are going to lose their power on inner earth. In inner earth, they're going to lose their power, okay? This is why they're making it their duty to speed up this process of causing shit to go haywire on this planet. Okay, it's not a joke. It's not a joke, ladies and gentlemen. This is who we are being controlled by. Fucking insects. Okay? Men in Black. Basically, the people who get put on the Men in Black are individuals who are the best of the best. Basically, the Green Beret, the best of the best Navy SEALs, the best of the best Marine snipers, the best of the best Army combat men, okay? The best of the best individuals in the military, okay, that have served their duty in war and have reached a certain level of status and achievement in the military, okay? What they do is they put them under a form of mind control, and they put them under a certain amount of tests to see if they have what it takes to qualify them to become a part of the Men in Black organization. This takes place in real life, ladies and gentlemen, okay? When you hear about certain people who just go missing and disappear in certain wars, ladies and gentlemen, they're being used as mercenaries to become part of the Men in Black organization, okay? That's what's happening. When such and such general or such and such sergeant, sergeant such and such is missing, captain such and such is missing, we don't know what happened to him. There's no trace of, his body. Ladies and gentlemen, that is baloney, complete baloney, especially when that happens during warfare. Okay? What happens is the insectilians hire secret members of our government to capture these people in the military and to recruit them to become part of the Men in Black organization. If you don't believe it, go look up the book that was written by Nick Redfern called The Real Men in Black. I am shocked, and it just blows my mind that this man is not dead yet, okay? He says in this book that our government spends $52.6 billion on this black budget every year, okay? So this budget that basically was started in the 70s, in the early 70s, okay? If we add these numbers up from the early 70s, Okay, these people already have empires and colonies on planets, other planets in this solar system, and other planets in other solar systems. Okay, with this kind of funding. Okay, NASA is just the illusion. That's why NASA is the fake space agency. NASA is the illusion, okay? The real space program in this world is called the Secret Space Program, and it's funded by the black budget, which is funded, okay, by, you know, our government that lives in inner Earth, okay? And this book basically exposes that information, okay? Go order it, okay, before they come up with a bullshit reason to take it off of the internet. Okay, another thing I want to say is this Men in Black scenario, okay, the extraterrestrials that were insects, they want to keep humans at a very low vibration. The insects want to keep the humans at a very low vibration. Okay? This is how they plan to stop the chosen humans from reaching fifth dimensional consciousness. Most insects have a form of antenna. They have a form of antenna because the insect is the deity on this planet that is operating on the lowest vibrational frequency. You see, their antenna is tapping them into a very low vibrational frequency, and the antenna basically tunes them in to what's going on a third dimensional level of consciousness. The insect can go no higher than 3D. The insect cannot dream. The insect does not have a soul. Okay? The insect can get no information from deities that are operating on a higher level of consciousness, okay? On a higher dimension. The insect cannot communicate with a higher being. The insects are lower beings. That's what these antennas are all about, okay? To tune in, to stay tuned in to this third dimensional frequency. That's what the antenna on the insect is all about, okay? So this is why you see the antenna on your TVs. The antenna on your TVs keeps you tuned in to third dimensional bullshit frequencies, okay? That are basically gonna keep you tuned in to their fucking third dimensional matrix. You're gonna be tuned in to their third dimensional matrix, just how the insects are tuned in to the third dimensional matrix, okay, which is a fucking holographic illusion, just like the Hellraiser movie. It's a fucking holographic illusion, and the insects in this third dimension are the lowest vibrating beings in this world, in this dimension. It's the fucking insects and the insectillions. Okay? They're going across the galaxy, enslaving other deities, and they're doing this because they're fooling these other deities, and they're keeping them sucked on third dimensional consciousness, third dimensional frequency through the fucking antenna, the fucking low EMF waves, the low electromagnetic frequency waves, okay? And most of it comes from the planet Saturn, okay? The insectillions are basically colonizing on the moons of Saturn, okay? And they go around the galaxy putting pieces of technology together to keep sentient beings, to keep life forms stuck on third dimensional consciousness. And they do it with the fucking artificial technology that emits the EMF waves, people. The low frequency EMF waves, the antennas. the radio antennas, okay? The insectoid antennas. Because that's why they gave the object that they created antennas just like them. You see, the insectilians created the fucking TV. They created the TV with the same antennas they have because they want to keep you on the same vibrational frequency as them. It's time to wake up. Okay? And the movie Men in Black, they had the cat. They had the cat. The C-A-T, the cat, which is really the Ka, which is really the spirit, the spiritual guide. The Ka, the cat, is the spiritual guide in Kemet. And what did the cat in Men in Black have on his neck? He had a necklace called Orion, and he said the Orion star constellation is responsible for the magnetism in this galaxy. The Orion star constellation is responsible for the magnetic constellation. Okay, the magnetic energy coming from that constellation is responsible for all of the magnetism in this galaxy, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Very, very deep information. So basically, the cat and Men in Black was telling us that the Orion star constellation, along with the Sirius star constellation, is the most important stars in the galaxy. Right now, there's 3 stars in the Orion star belt. Okay, the Sirius star is part of a trinary star system. Okay, both the Orion and the Sirius stars were part of the first 7 stars to come out of the center of the galaxy. So those are the most powerful stars in this galaxy that hold the most weight as far as magnetism. Okay, that control all density and magnetism in this galaxy, the Orion and the Sirius stars. That's what this cat was trying to tell, okay, the Men in Black. Okay, that's the information that was coming from inner Earth. Okay, so this is Orion. This is the Sirius star constellation. Okay, the 2 most important star constellations in the galaxy. And you see, the insectilians are destroying the Earth